Hi guys, Danger Rock here. Today I'm going to be looking at my Disney Store Jessie plushie that I've had way back from 2010. This is a really nice Jessie. First looking at it, you can't really tell that it's a plushie. When I first picked this up, I actually thought it was an actual doll. What I really like about it is the face sculpt. The face sculpt reminds me of what they actually used for the actual Jessie dolls back in the day. And her hair is actually yarn, which is actually really film accurate. In her hair, we could actually see this bow right here. But this is actually a really good because I would say this thing stands at about 5 inches tall. It doesn't actually stand, but it does have really good detail though. Like if you look at her belt buckle here and her chaps, these chaps actually aren't removable, but they do stay on, and they're actually made of a soft material. And I really like the jeans. They kind of look like real jeans if you look at them really closely, but it does have a bunch of detail that I wish some of the other Jessie dolls has. Like this one, right, when you look at the face, she's making a face expression that she actually does in the movies, but the green paint on the eyes and the red for her lips, they don't use on some of the Jessie dolls today, like the Disney Store ones. But her hat isn't removable, but you can just move it up and down. But if you move it far too down, it looks like it's covering her eyes. And she actually does have articulation in her head. You could actually move her head a full 360 or have her looking to the side, whichever way you want, and you shouldn't have any trouble with that. Her arms don't move whatsoever, but if you wanted to put this on a doll stand, it would actually work out fine. And I actually left the ticket on here so you could see right here it says Disney Store, made in China. I'm trying to see if I could see a year right here, but I do know for a fact that this did come out around 2009, 2010. And what's really interesting is she doesn't have a pull string, but if you take a look at the back of it, it looks like it's just 3D printed on there. She does have a pull string, so that's actually really nice. And her feet, I really liked the boots because they're not actual like beanbag. They're just all soft plush. And if we look at the bottom of her left foot, it says Andy at the bottom right here, which that's actually sewn in fabric. That's actually not just written there. So that's really cool that they included that detail on her. And what I'm going to do now is compare her to some other plushes that I have. Setting her aside, this is the Disney Store Woody. This isn't the 2009, 2010 version. This is actually a really old one. I believe came out around 2004, 2005. And he does have some pretty good detail on him, like his star and his badge and holster. The only thing I don't like about it is his legs are actually like beanbag. It's not all plush, and in his boots as well. But I'll show later on that they actually removed this from the later versions, which is really good. The rest of him is all plush. He doesn't have the printed on pull string on the back here. He doesn't have Andy at the bottom of the boot, which isn't film accurate, but his hat does move up and down. It's not removable, and he doesn't really have any articulation in his head. But for the time, that actually wasn't bad. Another thing I want to compare him to is right here. I do have another Woody, but this one was from Burger King. This was not from Disney Store. And it actually has a plastic head and hat and hands. And his boots are actual plastic too. So none of these will stand unless you have them like on a doll stand. But this is really nice. I believe this came out back when the movie came out, which is really cool. And the back of his pants here do have these kinds of pockets. So if you wanted to put something really small in there, you could. What I really like about this one is his scarf. They put more detail in the scarf on this one. And it's actually taller than this one, but I think it's more in scale with this Jessie because Woody is taller than Jessie. So I think that these two would work better on display. And another thing I'm going to compare them to right here is I have the Buzz Lightyear puppet, which this was also from Burger King. It actually came out in the same line as this did. And right back here, here's like where you would put his hand for a puppet. When I actually picked this up, I thought he was a plush, but he's not. But his helmet right here is all plastic. It doesn't open or anything, so you can't really touch his head. But these two do scale well in together because Woody is a lot taller than Buzz in the movie. So these two would go really good on display together. I don't display these because they're plushies, but in terms of Toy Story collecting, I feel like these are pretty historic things to have because even though they still make Disney Store plushies, they make them all different. They don't make them like this anymore. But I feel like this Jessie right here stands out a little bit better than those over there just because it has a face sculpt of an actual doll and it has all these movie accurate details like her buttons, her belt, her chaps, her boots, and the fact that she has a printed on pull string and Andy at the bottom is really cool. And for movement, I do like that you can move her head and her hat. So if you definitely find this, I would definitely pick it up. Like I said, it's about 5 inches tall, so this will look great on the shelf if you don't have it already. And yeah, this has been my review of the Disney Store Jessie plush from 2010. Please like this video. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already for more Toy Story reviews. And once we reach 500 subscribers on this channel, I will be doing the Toy Story collection videos, so definitely stay tuned for that. Thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys on the next video review.